Hey, everybody. Welcome to Remove Logic Radio. This is your host, Karen Ray Lacey, your host for Remove Logic Radio Show. Um, Happy August, everybody. I just got back from vacation. I went to Paris and it was a phenomenal trip. I got a chance to see the Olympics and specifically the track and field events, and I had the best time. I'm so excited to be back to Remove Logic and to be able to talk with you. When I got back from Paris, I just about wore myself out in Paris. And so I spent a week after my trip recuperating from my trip. I had some type of allergy that just kind of had me down. So I appreciate you staying connected to us while I had to air a rerun on last week because I did not have a moment nor even feel like getting up and facing this camera. So I am back. I'm back in the studio. I'm back to presenting myself and facing the nation, so to speak. But I'm so glad to be recovered from my trip, though it was a wonderful time. Paris just about took me out of here. So I'm grateful to God to be back in the seat as the host of Remove Logic Radio Show. I don't have a guest this week because there was no time to prepare anybody or even to beg anybody to participate and come outside and play with me today. So you just get me today. There are some things that when you come through something, perspectives change, and one of the things that was really I kept hearing is don't lose your momentum. When I was down last week and really just wanted to pull the covers over my head and not get out of the bed, not talk to anybody, not do anything but just lay there. And but I kept hearing the Lord speak to me saying, don't lose your momentum. So I wanted to just encourage somebody today with that. Don't lose your momentum, no matter how tired you are, no matter the things or the stresses that are pressing against you. Don't lose your momentum. I totally understand how easy it is to just say, forget it. I haven't seen a result and I don't want to do it and nothing's going to happen and I'm just going to leave this alone. Um, but I'm saying to you, we are in the third quarter of 2024. Um, you've invested too much in yourself to turn back now. If you started and you started good in January 2024, well, I am here to encourage you to press your way all the way through to the end of 2024 with an expectation of 2025 and maxing it out full throttle to the end. I got so tickled at myself because even though I was not feeling well, I had things that were on my heart to do, an event, a church event that I wanted to participate in, specifically my church, Reset Church. They were having they have a new location, and I was so excited. I wanted to be there. And Saturday, I just was not feeling well. And I just kept saying, if I just drink a Monster, if I can just get an energy drink, I can just get on up there and get to the church. And so I was pressing my way, trying to find the energy to go to church on Sunday. On Saturday, I was just in a full out, uh, girl, go sit down somewhere and get you some rest. And then I was competing against myself, against my body being tired and all of that to to go to church on Sunday. And I finally conceded to get some rest and just stop and let my body just do what it needed to do, get some rest, allow God to minister to me, and just get a place into a better place of restoration. And that's what I did. And so I woke up Sunday. not feeling my best, not 100%. One of the things that I get mad about is when I cannot laugh. And when I tell you I love laughter, and most of the time, especially as I've gotten old, I spend a lot of time laughing at myself and some of the things that I do. But just the mere fact that a laugh is going to cause me to cough and cause a whole bunch of other things going on as we get older, I was like, girl, go sit down. You do not want to be at church with all of this going on. And so I wasn't contagious or anything. I did go to the doctor and they said allergies, but I have never had allergies to take me under like these allergies were trying to take me under. And so I'm grateful to God to be, look, as the old saints say, I'll be in the land of the living. I didn't expect anything less of God to heal me, restore me, and keep me moving. But when I tell you, Karen just didn't want to move, and I just wanted to just lay down after I decided to go ahead and lay down. So, but I wanted to encourage you tonight to just stay the course. We are on the backside of 2024. Didn't this year go by fast? And just thinking about how much God has done and the moves that He has made and how He has made a way and still making a way. You might be at the place where you're believing God for some things or have been believing God for some things for 2024 that have not come to pass. But I say to you, it ain't over. 2024 is still here. You're still here, and God is still able. So don't look at the fact that it has not happened. Just believe God that He is yet still able to make it happen. Um, One of the things I was talking to a friend of mine today, because even this, I'm on here now, but it was almost up until the nth, the 10th, the moment of clicking on this camera that I was wanting to put on another rerun and just say, you know what, start over again next Thursday. But I kept making my way up towards preparation. And I just said to myself, Karen, you have you've come this far. You might as well go ahead and press your way and turn the camera on and let the people see that you pay people what they're saying today. But again, it is about pressing your way for the end of this year. We've done so much to keep going. We've started businesses. Some of you, I know you're launching things and launching new businesses, got things still on the horizon. But I just want to come on here today to encourage you to keep going. Don't give up. Don't turn back. And don't let loose. Hold on to the horns of the altar and get what God has for you for 2024, because it's not over. It is not over. Let's see. Okay. And I made a post today on Facebook. The outfit of the day is confidence. And to be confident and knowing, first of all, you got this. And then know that God has got you. And as I was thinking about that word confidence and how you can clothe yourself in confidence and just to be able to see yourself with the ability of completing something, though you don't feel like it on the inside, where you put confidence on the outside. And then all of a sudden that inside starts to speak up because you're saying to yourself, you know what, I feel better. I got this. I can do this. And I was looking at scriptures regarding confidence. There was one, let's see, hold on 1 second, bear with me. And let's see. Okay, this is Isaiah 32. And Isaiah 32 and let's do 32, 4 verses 4, 5, and 6. Let's go back. Let's go up to 3. Isaiah 32, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then the eyes of those who see will no longer be closed, and the ears of those who hear will listen, and the fearful heart will know and understand, and the stammering tongue will be fluent and clear. No longer will the fool be called noble, nor the scoundrel be highly respected. For fools speak folly, and their hearts are bent on evil, and their practices ungodliness, and spread error concerning the Lord, and the hungry leave empty-handed, and from the thirsty they withhold water. But I'm saying to you, you stay confident in knowing that God got you. If your eyes are drawing dim and you don't see what it is that God has said, I say to you, be encouraged. In verse 3, it says, then the eyes of those who see will no longer be closed. So God is going to open your eyes to see the very thing that he has said to you. If you hold on in hope, and in the ears of those who hear will listen. Somebody somewhere is waiting on you to show up to be able to help you with whatever it is that God has placed on your heart. They're going to listen to your story. They're going to get involved in what it is that God has given you to do. So don't give up because somebody is waiting on you to show up. Don't lose your momentum. Don't stop. Keep going. One of the things that I thought about when I was in Paris is that we are in the end of the year. I got there August the 1st. And it's just amazing to me how fast the years are going by. And I'm 60 now. I had my 60th birthday in July. And, you know, people say when you get older, the years just start flying by. But the years are just, this year has flown by. The months are flying by. The days are flying by. But when you think about the fact that you made it to this far, as I said, the third quarter of the year, one of the things to do sometimes is just sit back and think about the lessons that you have learned. What could I have done differently? What do I need to change? Also, maybe sometimes it's creating something new. You know, connecting with new people, setting yourself out in position to make new friends, to make new connections, or even to alter your plan just a little bit, maybe to do something different or maybe a different direction. If that wasn't working, it does not mean that that's the only way that you can go. Go a new way, try something else. And so I remember posting what lessons have we learned, you know, and sometimes we have to sit back and assess ourselves and see what's different. What is it that it does not necessarily mean that it's exterior things. It can be some interior things. It could be some things that you're doing, that we do, that we might need to change on the inside. Might need to change perspective. I was talking to a friend of mine this morning. We were talking about, she was telling me how happy that she was that about my trip to Paris. She said, I just kept looking and waiting for pictures. And every time you post a picture, I would tell my husband, see, look at this. And she said, this is a place that I've always wanted to go. She said she's always wanted to go to Paris. And she said, it's on my bucket list. And I said, you know what, now it's time to take it out of the bucket and make it happen, put it at the forefront. And so if you have some things that are on the bucket list that you want to do, make those things become a reality. Take them out of the bucket, or take them off the bucket list and put them on your list of things to do. and not the things that you wish to do. Move them forward and start to prepare now for what you expect to happen. Again, if it's not just a trip to Paris or anything else that you expecting to do or want to do, take it off the bucket list, put it on the to-do list, and change your perspective. And we were talking about, I was telling her, I said, thank you so much for celebrating, the things that I'm doing. I said, it's wonderful to have people around you that genuinely celebrate you. And she said, well, isn't everybody happy that, that you're going or that you went to Paris? I said, well, I don't know that. I said, but that's really not anything that I want to concern myself with. What I will say is thank you to you that celebrate me. And so as you look at this end of 2024, check what's around you. See if what's around you is celebrating you. See if it's somebody that's just tolerating you, or if it's just that faint smile that's not a sincere smile, that's not sincerely happy about maybe the progresses that you've made thus far. Check your crew. See if the crew is the crew, or I say that tribe that's vibing with you, and see if maybe you need to make some new connections. It's not just necessarily about cutting anyone off. It's just about growing to the level that you're trying to get to. And maybe somebody on that next level is there to pull you up from the level that you're currently on, but you have to make that connection on the next level that you're wanting to go to. And the other thing we talked about, I was telling her about the post that I had made about confidence, and how confidence, the outfit of the day was confidence. And she said that her mother always told her that it's a smile. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything to smile. And I was like, you know what, you're right. I said, that's a wonderful thing to think about. I said, she said she was, someone told her that she was always smiling. And I remember someone asked me that years ago, why are you always smiling? And it caused me to pause and think, you know what, I do always smile, but I hadn't paid attention to it. But what I did do is made that a memorial stone in my life, where I knew that I was not going to stop smiling, and that it bothered that person enough to tell me that, to question, you always smiling. But I said, well, if it bothered them enough that they had to question it, then it also will lighten somebody's day if I keep on smiling. But I just told her, I said, I can't imagine walking up to somebody with a scowl on my face. I can't imagine walking up to someone frowning and then expecting them to be okay with a frown on your face. And I said, why not smile? And just what a smile does for you, and how it just releases the chemical reaction of happiness versus the chemical release in your body from being mad and angry. And I'd rather have that than anything. I would rather be able to brighten someone's day with a smile rather than walking up to someone and they have to question why I'm frowning, or even just to try to elaborate on a frown. So, but yeah, think about the end of the year and being in this third quarter of the year and what it means to you. What does it mean? What do you want to see? Again, remove logic, removing the things logically that say that you will not finish what you started. Removing the things logically that are impeding you, that you probably think, I can't overcome this obstacle, when yes, you can. It just you may have to do it another way. You may have to pivot. You may have to make a decision to even ask for some help in this last quarter. That's another thing. And the end of the year, and even being sick, you think about all the things that you want to do and desire to do. When you're not feeling well, then everything falls when you fall. And I had even thought about, asking my son, I said, hey, I said, don't you want to host Remove Logic for me today? And he was like, no. And very matter of fact, mind you, however, it's my responsibility. No matter how I felt, no matter how I didn't want to get up, or even pushing myself to turn this camera on and go ahead and press my way, it's still my responsibility. But even in responsibility, you can ask for help. And so don't think that you got to do it all on your own. There are people that are willing to help you. And then this might be the season of help. You might be one of those people that helps everybody. And then when it's your turn to get help or even ask for help, you don't even know how to. That's another thing for the end of the year. This might be the season where, you know what, you need some help. And just ask for it. Just ask for it. Scripture says, when I lift my eyes unto the hills, I know, look, my help comes from the Lord. I lift my eyes unto the hills. My help comes from the Lord. And so sometimes we have to ask for help, even if it's just stopping and praying and seeking the Lord on a new path or direction and saying, look, just loud and clear, Lord, help me. I don't know which way to go. I know last week, as I said, when I wasn't feeling well, I was like, I can't. And then this week, I knew Thursday was coming, and I got up and went and stood in my closet because I was tired. I was like, you know what? I can't get on my knees, but let me just go stand in here and talk to God about this week. And I said, Lord, okay, I need you to give me direction on this week, because I had a lot before me, but I was weak in my mind, weak in my spirit, and just with a, like, okay, I really don't want to do this. And if he'd have told me to go lay back down, I would have just said, yes, Lord, with a praise and a shout, and wouldn't lay down. But I didn't get that answer. But it was to keep moving. Keep moving. Do not lose your momentum. And don't be afraid to let your light shine. Don't be afraid to ask for help. And don't be afraid to pivot. If it's time to change direction, change direction. You are still going to that expected end that God has for you. If you need to change your direction, change your direction. You don't have to have permission to do that. Just simply turn and go another way. And it's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with going in another direction. You know what your goals are. You know what you desire, and what you're trying to accomplish. So I say to you, go for it, but go in the other direction. Just go in the other direction. 1 second. When I think about, what God has done, like I said, 2024, I was preparing for it in December. Let's see, I started preparing for 2024 in October of last year. And I was taking classes for this radio show, internet radio show. I was taking behind the mic master classes. I was buying equipment and just getting myself ready for launching in 2024. And my courses were 6 weeks, and learning new information, new material, and trying to get myself ready for what God had given me to do. And again, the launch was in April of 2024, but I had been in preparation since October of 2023. And so as I look at this third quarter, I think about all the things that making this move has afforded me. It afforded me the opportunity to visit with you every Thursday at 7 o'clock p.m. I've met new people. It's brought out a sense of creativity and confidence in me that I did not have. It's opened up doors for new connections. And it's also given me a different focus and a sense of purpose, even more, and direction. As I heard the Lord say, don't lose your momentum. It's easy to pick something up that you know that God has given you to do and then make it a hobby. But how many of you know that it is a mission and it is purpose, it's ministry, it's far beyond a hobby. And it's one of those things that you just cannot put down. You just got to keep going. Nevertheless, and no matter what, you have to keep going. And so the very things that I was saying to you regarding confidence and how looking at this third quarter of 2024 and going on anyhow, the things that I shared with you are the very things that I've been in, that it was about keeping on going, picking up. It was about having confidence now. And it was about an expectation of something more or even bigger than I even thought when I was tired. I remember starting this and my computer went out and I had to buy a new computer, but I had to keep going. I don't know where you are with your business. I don't know where you are. Even it may be ministry. It may be just a new job. It might be the idea to start your own career path, a new career path, or just start a new business. It might be something that you want to just change in the family, a new direction, a new tradition. But whatever it is, I say to you, don't lose your momentum. Don't lose the thirst for new. New brings better. New brings new people. New brings new opportunities. New brings, look, new money. Because you don't know what you have waiting on you until you start the new. So I just wanted to encourage you again, don't lose your momentum. I know that we are going into the winter months. You might need to start storing up and preparing for the winter months so that by the time January comes in, if your sales uh, turn at the end of the year, you'll be ready at the beginning of the year so that you won't be missing out on any income. So, whatever it is, it might be time to pivot. It might be time to make a turn in another direction. Check your success measures, so to speak, and see if you need to do something different. I just want to encourage you to not lose your momentum on this end of 2024. I was that same friend that I was talking with earlier today, and we were talking about people celebrating you. Get in some groups. Look for people that maybe are have the same passion that you do, and connect with those people. If what's around you is not feeding you, look for some different watering holes. Look for some different places, different seats to sit in, and some different seats to sit around some different people. I was laughing with her, and I said, "Don't be mad because I'm happy." I would rather be around people that are happy that I'm happy than mad that I'm happy. Or even the fact that you might be endeavoring to get up from a unhappy place to seek happiness, a place where it's not giving you what it is that you're looking for, and you're looking to move in another direction. If you need to do that, get up and move. Change seats. You still got time to change seats in 2024. You got time to do something different. You do not have to sit in the same seat with the same expectation, getting nothing. Change your seat before the end of the year. Don't sit in the same seat looking for something different to happen. Another thing in the end of the year, start preparing for next year. If all is good and all is great in your world and none of this applies to you, then Lord, I thank you. But I say to you, start preparing for next year. Look for more. Start to increase. Do something different even in that lane. Just say to yourself, okay, I want more. I thank you, God, for what you have done, but I want something different. I want more. You know, if you need to turn up the volume, turn up the volume. But just go and get it. Go get it. Just go get it. I'm excited about the end of the year. I don't know all that God has for me, but when He said don't lose your momentum, that meant that there was more for me on the horizon, and I did not need to stop where I was. I needed to keep going and not stop. And that is exactly where I'm at. So I say, prepare to be sick of me, because I don't know all that I'm going to do, but I'm not through doing, and neither are you. So I just encourage you, remove logic, family, that you do not give up. Keep moving, and don't look, the lack, don't allow the naysayers, don't allow those that are not celebrating your happy to disturb you. Go out unbothered and see what it is that God has for you, because it is not over. It's not over. There's an excitement that I have just for some things that I know personally that I want to do, that God is stirring in my spirit to continue, and even some new things coming. I met some people on the trip in Paris that I'm going to be interviewing for Remove Logic. Every moment for me is an opportunity. It's an opportunity to meet someone. It's an opportunity to tell somebody about what you do, and then see if they would be interested in supporting you. So don't think that you have to shelter what you're doing and then shoulder it all by yourself, because that is not the will of God. So he has made us to be integral. We are to be a part of each other's lives, each other's success, each other's places where you might need some help, each other, even in your failures. God's got somebody there to help you out. So I say to you, be encouraged. Be encouraged and don't stop. This is the time of the year to be all gas and no brakes. If you have not seen what it is that you want to see, press the gas and keep going. Don't stop. We're in the third quarter of the year. Take a moment, sit back, assess yourself, see what lessons it is that you have learned, need to learn, or even some things that you may have overlooked that were a lesson, and go back, get it right, so you don't have to repeat it in 2025. As I said, I started this thing in 2023, and I am in it to win it for all of 2024. There were moments where I wanted to just stop. I wanted to phone it in and couldn't phone it in. I had to get up, even though I work a full-time job. This is something that God has given me to do, and I give it my full-time effort every time, even when I don't feel like it. I try to be timely with the requirements of Fishbowl Radio. I try to be timely with the requirements of the people that I'm connected to just to get this done. And so it's important that you show up, is what I'm saying. It is important to others that you participate. It's important to others that you remain steadfast, unmovable. It's important to others that you do your part. Somebody somewhere is waiting on you to show up. Somebody is somewhere is waiting on you to participate. And I just want to encourage you to stay the course. Don't give up, don't quit, and don't stop. You have invested far too much in yourself in this year for you to not finish what you started. And if you have not started and it's been an idea, it is not too late. As I said, I started in October of 2023, preparing for 2024. So if you start in August, September of 2024 to prepare for 2025, you are still in the race. You're still in the race. So don't drop the ball. We are waiting on you. If you're stuck, I have been sent today to help you to get unstuck, to help you to move to the place where God is saying, come on, come on, come on, you can do it. I'm still here. I haven't forgotten you and I haven't forsaken you. You just got to keep going. You just have to keep moving. 2024 has been what it's going to be, but it is not over and it is still some days left, and we can make the best of it. We can make the best of it. If you got a trip you want to take, pull that trip out the bucket list and put that trip on the forefront. Either complete it, set the date, book it, and prepare for 2025. If you have a business, register your name. If it's just writing it on a piece of paper, and then working a business plan. If you move farther than that, then go tell somebody about it and solicit some help to get it done. I wish nothing but the best for you in 2025. But I say to you, get started in 2024. And if you have not gotten started, I say to you, if you have gotten started, let me say that, if you have gotten started, finish strong. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't quit. Keep moving. It's not over until God says it's over. I'm excited about the things to come. As I said, we've got some guests coming 2020, August 2024. We got some people on the horizon. I want to also give a shout out to Marguerite Mel. She is having her book launching this month. You saw her here on Remove Logic, and we talked about her books. And you can find her on Facebook, Marguerite Males. I'm going to be at her book launching, but I want to encourage her as well. I saw where Miyoshi, the young lady that sings, her album is out. So the people that we have had connection with here on Remove Logic, they are moving. They are not stuck, which is why they were brought here to encourage you to get unstuck. Dr. Sonia Taylor, she started her business and launched her counseling services and life coaching. She's also doing flyers. There's so many people that are just doing so much, but I'm so glad to be a part of pushing them to that next level, inviting them out to be a part of this show that they can promote the things that they're doing. I have some people coming. We've created, excuse me, an email database for people that are interested in coming onto the show to talk about their businesses or to promote their services, to talk about also their books if they're authors. We got a lot on the horizon. We're getting ready to start doing some commercials here. So if you have a business and you want to do a commercial spot, we're open to that as well. Remove Logic is not something that you should sneeze at. It's something you should pay attention to, because we are seeking, knocking on doors, looking, pushing over tables, but we are not stopping until we find you or you find us. And as your host, I want to make sure that we bring you inspiring, uplifting people, things that will encourage you to keep moving. This radio is for people who are maybe your life didn't say what you turned out to be. And so the logic of what your life was or what life said to you, you said something different. No, that's not it. And that's not what God said. And so you removed all of the logic that said anything contrary to even your vision and your dream. And you want to be able to encourage people, other people, on how to do the same. But that's what the purpose of Remove Logic Radio show is for those people who are unstuck, to help those who are stuck get unstuck. So I look forward to seeing you next week, Same time, same place. Thank you for indulging me once again. I'm here as your host, encouraging you to not lose your momentum for 2024. You better get up and get going and get busy. If nothing, get busy living and live out loud, because God has been too good for you to be silent. So we'll see you next week with another guest and another interview. I look forward to seeing you, and I'm so grateful because you don't have to stop by here every Thursday evening at 7 o'clock. You could be doing something else, or even if you catching me in a replay, I appreciate it. And I just want to say thank you for showing up. For your host, Karen Ray Lacy, Remove Logic Radio. I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Have a good weekend.